Hey, my people, it is I, your favorite crazy lady, and this is episode 1 of my unforeseen life. This is going to be a synopsis series on the anniversary date of the event that changed my life forever. The event that almost killed me and doesn't allow me to be the person that I want to be, or the person that I used to be. This particular episode is just going to be a quick kind of background into who I am, because there's a lot. I've done a lot of things in my lifetime. A lot of things that I am very, very proud of. And I want to give you an idea of why it is so devastating to me with what has happened to me now. And this is going to be very emotional, so if need be, make sure you have a tissue. I'm going to talk about some difficult subjects. I'm not going to get in depth in anything really in my past. I can do videos about those things, but that's not what this series is going to be about. But I do want to give a background, because a lot of people don't understand. Because I say I'm a retired professional chef, that I owned a big, service dog agency, that I've been a teacher. There's lots of things, and all of them are true. So let's give a quick snippet on this, on the jobs and stuff that I've held. I am not going to get into my prior abuse or that in this series. That is something else. You're also going to get this as unedited as possible, but I am overcoming pneumonia. I'm on the uptick. So there will be pauses. I'm not going to do a bunch of editing, because if you know me, you know that's not my style. You're going to get the good, the bad, and the ugly. You can get all the mix-ups and the mess-ups with the words. You're going to get it all. I am authentically me, and that's all I can be. So who am I? My name's Jeanette, better known as Nana, here on the Tiki Talkies. I am 54 years old. I was born in California, and I was very sick when I was born. My parents were told when I was 6 years old to enjoy me while you can, because you're not going to have her till she's 18. She's not going to make it that long. Prove them wrong. I am a kidnapping and attempted murder survivor. I am a domestic abuse and SA survivor. But that's not what any of this is about. I want to talk about the works and the things that I've done, so that you understand why this has devastated me to the point that it has. So, growing up, I was always that kid that had to be very cautious of the things that I did and what I said. And growing up in the start of the AIDS crisis and all of that, you learn to be very, very cautious with yourself. I was that kid. I was never the troublemaker, but I was left alone on my, to take care of myself a lot. Because Gen Xers, that's what we had to do. So, my first jobs were working with my parents when I was about 5 years old. I worked at my mom and dad's restaurants growing up. And I know it's going to gross a lot of people out, but it is the truth, and it's the 70s, and it was a different time. But one of my core memories is sitting in a 3-compartment sink, sitting in the middle, and my brother is doing dishes, and I'm doing dishes in the middle sink. I'm sitting in a dry sink, soapy water on one side, rinse water on the other side. He's washing, handing me the dishes, and I'm putting them in the water. My sister's taking them out and drying them. So that's the kind of environment that I grew up in. As I got older, all I wanted to do was own my own businesses because that's all I ever saw my parents really do. My mom always owned businesses, and my dad always had higher up positions in the places he worked. When I was 18 years old, my mom and I opened up a ceramic arts studio. I became a licensed teacher for ceramic arts. I've taught at high schools, community colleges, art studios. I've given seminars. I worked in Canada, California, all teaching ceramic arts. I also have been an antique dealer, a museum curator, an art gallery curator, a human rights activist, where I have talked to senators, congressmen, governors in states for Illinois, Iowa, and Wisconsin. I also, after I became a little bit older, and I had to flee the state to get away from an abusive relationship, I had to kind of go under, I had to disappear for a while. I am I'm a kidnapping and attempted murder survivor. Not from once from my ex-husband, but from twice from my ex-husband and once from an ex-fiance. Yeah, I have great choice of men. Thank you very much. I already know. But I became a professional chef. I was certified through the Chefs Association of Chicago. I had to work my ass off for 2 years just to even get in the door for the Chefs Association. I don't know if they still work it this way, but back then you couldn't just I'd like to join. What do I need to do? No, you had to be recruited. You had to be nominated. You had to be voted in. There's lots of things I did with that. I'm also a professional artist. I have managed 4 bed and breakfast and country inns. When I became disabled and was told that I needed a service animal, my ex and I at the time talked about it, and we were like, well, if we're going to do this, we're going to do it. Because back then, there weren't many agencies out there that would help just anybody. So, it took me 2.5 years, but I became licensed in the ADA, became an animal behavioralist, a service dog trainer, and a animal evaluator. We had the only agency of our kind in the United States at the time. We dealt with service animals. Back then it was service animals, not service dogs. ESAs, emotional support animals, when they used to have the same rights as service animals. Therapy animals, certifying animals to go into hospitals, hospices, schools, and other places for therapy for children, elderly, and other people. And we did education of exotics. I have written policies for places like Walmart, Target, medical facilities. I've given I've talks in front of stadiums of people about what to do with service animals. So that's going to be enough on this one because we're running out of time. That's basically my background, and then I became to the point where I couldn't work anymore. So that has catched you up as far as what my background is. So come back for episode 2, and we'll talk a little bit more about how we got to where we are now. So until I see you again, and I hope I see you again soon, have the day that you deserve, but it's up to you to make sure that it's awesome. Come back, share this, let's talk. Bye.